Brother Maynard, bring up the holy hand grenade. 1, 2, 5.
3, sir.
3.
Arm yourselves, America. This is Defenders Live.
Hey, oh, here comes the danger up in this club. When we get started, man, we ain't gonna stop. We gon' turn it out till it gets too hot. Everybody sing, hey, oh, tell 'em turn it out till they get no more. Let's get this thing shaking like a disco ball. This is your last warning, a courtesy call. I am not afraid of the storm.
Defenders Live on your dial on Mojo 50 Radio. You can find us anywhere where you can find your podcast or listening needs. But if you want to hear us live, we are on it right now, Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Mojo 50 Radio. And you can find that on iHeartRadio. Now, tonight, I have with me the one Big Sarge. Yeah,
Me?
that's you, Big Sarge. You're here.
Great to be here, man.
I
Finally,
know.
huh? After how long I've been an audience member, so now I'm actually on the show.
Hey, you know what? That's great. That's the best way to do it, right? You first become part of the audience, then you start talking to us, and then you're like, you know what? I think that guy might need some time on the show. Let's get him involved. How about that?
Well, I'm glad to be here, man. I'm glad to fill in for Dylan. It's an honor to fill in for that man. I tell you what, you guys have a great synergy here. Isn't that a buzzword now? Synergy.
It is a buzzword, but at the same point in time, thank you for filling in with us, along with all the rest of the guest hosts this week and last. It's been a blast to have all of you guys with me. As always, guys, you can follow us on the Facebooks, on Twitter, on YouTube, on MeWe, on the Instagrams, although we aren't doing any video on Instagram right now. We're on dlive.tv/Defenders Live if you'd like to go there as well. We're also on the Mojo 50 TV over at mojo50radio.com/TV. And if you do go to Twitter and comment there, it's at DOE Show. Hashtag arm yourselves. And what is your hashtag? Or no, what is your hashtag? But what is your at for Twitter?
The Big Sarge Show. At the Big Sarge Show on Twitter.
At the Big Sarge Show, at DOE Show, hashtag arm yourselves. Let's get it going. Let's get down to brass tacks. Did you know that the Supreme Court has a whole bunch of rulings that they're throwing out this over the past 3 weeks? Did you know?
I know now.
Oh, see, there you go. Now you know.
Now you know what I learned today. Supreme Court's got a bunch of stuff they're doing.
Yeah, they got a whole
time.
bunch of stuff. All the rulings are coming out over the next couple weeks about the stuff that they've been deliberating since, last December and whatnot. One of the cases that they were deliberating on was the giant cross that stands as a memorial. You remember that one?
Yeah, I remember that one, yeah.
40-foot high cross, government maintained in Maryland, in the suburbs, and all the rest. World War I sort of thing, right?
It's a huge, it's as Trump would say, it's huge.
It's huge.
Huge cross.
Friggin' huge.
It's pretty cool looking, actually, too.
Actually, it is. It is very nice, very cleanly done, very well maintained. These people do a great job with what they've got going on. Well, the Supreme Court came out, and it was a 7-2 vote. 7-2 to reject the challenge to the Peace Cross in Bladensboro. But the dispute splintered the justices, many taking different routes, blah, 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 blah. That's useless. Yes. Yeah. Yes, Big Sarge?
The 7-2 vote. It should have been 9-0.
Well, Sonia Sotomayor and Ruth Bader Ginsburg decided to dissent.
Oh, yeah. She had a silent but deadly vote.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes.
There you go. I got my first bell. Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. Celebrations. Yeah, silent but deadly. That is correct. The notorious RBG and Sonia Sotomayor Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That
Is
should be-
RBG, or did I just say RBG? Did I just call her the rainbow colors?
Yes.
She probably
Roy B.
is. Is
Roy
she
G
still?
did.
Is she alive? Have you heard anything from her?
Well, we don't actually see or hear anything from her other than like her physical appearance sitting in the chair. So we don't know if she's a puppet. We don't know if she's actually alive. Heck, she could be a robot or she could be Hillary Clinton in disguise. We don't know yet.
Ooh, Hillary Clinton in disguise. That's a new one. I like that.
Well, I mean, they do look just about as ugly.
Yeah, pretty much, and they wear the same pantsuits, don't they?
Yes, they do. The same pantsuits and all the rest. It's just the only big difference is one wears a judge robe.
Yeah, that we know of.
At
At least there's pictures of her that she's wearing it.
Thank you. At least there are pictures that she's wearing something. That's all I ask. That is all I ask.
Oh gosh, yeah. Keep the robe on there, RGB.
No derobing the RBG. Anyway,
RG Biv, whatever your name is. Yeah.
Roy G. Biv, RBG, Sonia Sotomayor. They're two people that you knew were going to be as far left as you possibly could on the court. And so, even though it wasn't a 9-0, it was a significant 7-2 vote. That means it didn't matter what they said, they were wrong.
Right.
And so what does that mean for us? That means that the Peace Cross in Bladensboro is staying up.
Oh, well, that's a good thing. I mean, that's not a bad thing. Hey, the audience is saying something about your mic slow. You sound good to me.
I don't know, man. Maybe I just need to get a little closer to it. People don't like it when I'm too far away. They start saying, "You're too soft. You're speaking too softly." Well, I'm trying not to blow up my mic. All right, that's what.
Ding! Hit that bell. That was a dinger right there.
There you go. That's how we do it. So,
I used to have a BBM too, but it's in the closet. He hasn't come out of the closet yet.
no.
On a roll. I'll be here all week,
There
ladies
you
and
go.
gentlemen.
Thank you.
Well, at least for another 50 minutes.
That too. All right. So I really bring this up today because I want to get the point across. The biggest complaint that anybody has with the cross was a stupid complaint in the first place. It came up with, what was it, the Satanist or whatever? It was an anti-Christian organization. It was like the Satanists of the local area said, you can't put a cross there because a cross is a religious symbol. Well, a cross is also a memoriam.
I was thinking that, of course, if they did take the cross down, the Satanists would probably try to put Baal or somebody up there, you know?
Right,
So,
right. They would try to
not
put
call
Baal
it
or-
a religious symbol.
Yeah, the Astaroths or the Baals would be one
That's
of
right.
one of those cases there that they would try to put up and be like, well, this is what we're going to do to represent the World War II veterans now. No, they weren't a people of the Baals. They weren't a people of the Astaroths. They were a people of the cross, and that's why we put it up there. It's a memoriam to them, their faith, and how they did what they did.
Yes, Jerry, I seen your post. I'm trying not to pay attention to chat because I'm gonna ruin it for Steve.
Oh, it's okay. You can pay attention to the chat as much as you want. If you're saying both are too low, I apologize.
You sound great on my end, so I'm not sure what's going on.
I have
my
no
mic-
idea.
My big gray mic's turned up, so I mean, I don't know.
There you go. How about that? That we're gonna make a little bit of adjustment here for you guys. All
How
right.
do we sound now?
And there we go. Oh yeah. But yeah,
There's a
biggest-
commercial in the making.
there is a commercial in the making. I can do the voice when I need to. So
There you go.
the biggest deal about it is very simple. These were men that fought for freedom. And the best way to represent these men that fought for freedom is to represent them with the symbol of ultimate freedom, which is the cross.
Right.
The cross
I
is
don't
the symbol.
see. I'm not a real. I can't say I'm not real religious because I do. I don't like organized religion. I'm not a big organized religion guy. Like
I understand that.
I do believe in God. I do believe in Jesus.
Mhm.
I'm just not a big organized religion guy. But when you see stuff like this, and this is part of our history. I mean, this has been there for 40 years, all right, 4 decades. I mean,
Right,
that's not
right.
like something they just put up yesterday and decide, oh, we don't like it, we're going to take it down. And it represents the greatest generation that we had here in America, and it's an honorable thing. And for them, to want to take it down is it's pathetic.
Yeah, it is very. Let's just say it's quaint. It's quaint.
Quaint. I like that. Quaint.
It's quaint. Look, that mediocre try. That's quaint. Very. Yeah. You could have done better. I'm just saying you could have done better. It's quaint. But, you know, one of the things that isn't very quaint, but is actually really awesome, is Combat Flip-Flops. Combat Flip-Flops is an amazing organization. Look, it's created by veterans. They were out in Afghanistan. They were over in Colombia. They were over in Laos. They took over an entire warehouse that used to manufacture combat boots in Afghanistan. And what they've done is they've turned it into a place where all they do is they make flip-flops. Terrible for running, horrible for fighting.
Well, not necessarily terrible for running. I'll tell a story about that in a minute after you're done. Sorry about that.
There you go. They're bad for running. Let's say that. They're bad for running. They're horrible for fighting with. Unless you're a mother of Hispanic nature, and then they become a boomerang. But they also support a cause. Okay, these guys have gone out and they're giving jobs to the local people that need them, that are in debt. A lot of women and children are getting educations for the first time because of the support that these people have, and it's amazing what they do. It is amazing what they do. So I would check it out if I were you. It's combatflipflops.com. It's combatflipflops.com. If you use the code Defender25, you can get 25% off on your first purchase when you go check them out. It's summertime. Get some flip-flops if you can fit in them, and check them out. Support a good cause, veteran-run organization, combatflipflops.com. Defender25 is your promo code. You were saying?
Somalians can run in flip-flops and they can fight in flip-flops. I've seen it firsthand.
Really?
Oh, you just don't know. So, quick story. We're first time we got hot meals in Somalia, we had to truck ourselves to the DFAC, or where they were serving the hot meal at, right? Mm-hmm. So on the way back, you get the care packages and everything. So when you get your care package, you get like the Pringles and the little gummy bears and everything. So we didn't have none of that for like 8 months. So we're like, yeah, we're grabbing it all. So we got these plastic bags full of just food, just junk food. And we're sitting on the back of our deuce and half, and the deuce and halves are slowing us. So we're probably going about 25, 30 miles an hour. Right. And lo and behold, a Somali comes up with flip-flops. All you heard was, you seen a bunch of dust, and jumped up in the back, grabbed our bags, and just took off running. It's flip-flops. So when I hear people say, you can't run in flip-flops, I go, no, you can.
It just takes practice. It takes a lot of practice.
Yeah.
It's just difficult. It's difficult to run. We'll keep it there. It's difficult.
It's difficult. There you go. That's like Watson the other day. We coined the phrase Entrantil, the New Green Deal.
I could see that. That makes perfect sense to me.
It was funny.
That makes perfect sense to me. So Trump
up on the bells.
Oh, there you go. So Trump says Iran's shoot down of U.S. military drone may have been a mistake. I'm going to defer to you, young sir.
Well, for Iran, it's definitely a mistake.
Well, here, let me put it this way. The way I see it, I'm looking at this and I am saying to myself, the president would not come out and say this and then give the excuse for them, saying, by someone loose and stupid, if he didn't already know who did it.
Right.
And he's trying to give them an out.
Well, it's typical Trump doctrine. I mean, if you read the book Art of the Deal,
yeah,
he's baiting them, and the Iranians are just that stupid to take the bait. And at the end of the day, the Iranians are trying to, believe it or not, inadvertently win the hearts and minds of the peace advocates here in the United States.
No, you don't say.
They want the peace advocates because they know they're trying to paint Trump as a warmonger, and they're like, look, here we are, little innocent Iran, and big angry America's going to try to beat us up. Look at our people because your sanctions are hurting us, and this and that. And they want to go back to pre-Obama era where they, or even during the Obama era, where the sanctions were basically all but lifted.
Yeah, exactly.
They can make their Iranian weapons and nuke the crap out of Israel. I mean, that's their end game goal. If that wasn't the case, then Hezbollah and Hamas wouldn't be shooting 20 rockets and sending those air balloons of IEDs over the border, into the heights.
All over the place, right? All the time, constantly shooting those things off. If they were really the peacekeeping or the peace-wanting people that they say they are, they wouldn't be doing the violent acts that they're doing.
No, they certainly wouldn't. And, I mean, I wouldn't say Iranians, although they're at least their leadership are the smartest leaders on the face of the earth. But they know propaganda. I'll give them that. They're good at propaganda because the Russians taught them how to propagate.
I was going to say they learned from the best. They learned from the third best, and that's the Russians.
I should have said propagate.
Yeah, they learned to propagate from the Russians, and those people are the third best at doing so. America obviously always being number one.
Well, I don't know. The KGB, the Russians are pretty damn good at doing that. Pretty darn good at doing that.
Well, they are. They are now. I mean, with Russia Today and Sputnik and all the rest that they have out there, they've got some good arms, especially that dig into the psyche of Americans now because of all the connectivity. Right.
And I remember when I was growing up, the whole Iranian thing when they were in the 70s when they were almost exactly like America. They were running around. And,
you mean like the women were actually wearing regular clothes and they were going to college and everybody seemed like it was going to be the 70s and free love.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then the Shah got overthrown and Ayatollah Khomeini went in there and
wrecked
it. It's history.
Yeah, they completely wrecked it and destroyed it, and it was a terrible thing. I don't know what happened. Wait, yes, I do. The Ayatollah Khomeini came into power and turned it into a Muslim state.
And it's sad. It's sad to look back at those because, like, when I was in Somalia was such a beautiful country at one time. I mean, the beaches were white, sandy beaches. All right. I mean, when you walked in, because we were Mogadishu Airport doing airport duty there, airport duty, not duty. Ding, ding. Anyhow, you're good on that damn bell. We had a chance to go to the beach on to do a little bit of downtime, and the sands were just pure white. I mean, just crystal. They look like diamonds. When the sun hit it, it was absolutely beautiful.
Oh, see, that's awesome.
Yeah, we used to hate the Pakistanis though.
All right. Random hatred of Pakistanis. I felt bad
because there was this big coral reef.
Yeah.
And we used to jump off of it and into the ocean, the bay right there. And they had shark nets, or so they said they had shark nets. And
no, they didn't.
But I mean, I'm talking like 30, 40 feet in the air.
They didn't have
the reef
nets.
was, and we're jumping off of it. It was awesome. I was young. I didn't care. I was like 21,
there
22
were no
at the
shark
time.
nets. I'm just letting you know there were no shark nets.
Yeah, there wasn't no shark nets because when I jumped in after the third time, I seen this big set of teeth in front of me, and I got out, and I'm like, "There's something in there. There's something in there." And the Packies are like, the Packies are coming up, and my buddies are like, "Come on, let's go. And I'm like, "Aren't we going to tell these guys?" No,
we're good. It's
come
no
on.
big deal.
And I felt bad afterwards because I wanted to tell them because I didn't want anybody. They're like, "There's no sharks in there. They got shark nets. They're fine. You've probably seen a big fish because there were big fish there."
Yeah, of course.
Well, the Pakistani jumped in, and after he jumped in, he lost a leg.
Whoops.
So I was like, I know nothing.
I didn't do anything. It wasn't me.
Anything. It was his fault.
I did not do it. That guy is the one to blame. Blame that man over there.
They were shysters, though, over there, man. They used to give the little Somali kids little pistols, little toy pistols and stuff just to mess with us, the Americans, because they knew we were on edge, 24/7.
Well, you were on edge 24/7. You're in a war zone.
Well, I mean, they they took it to a whole new level. The Pakistanis. They were supposed to be on our side, the UN side.
Nobody's on our side.
And they would be, but we are trying to win the hearts and the minds. And I'm like, yeah, with giving them little cap guns, that's really winning hearts and minds.
Yeah. Next, you're just gonna be like taking pitchforks and flamethrowers and saying, "Here we go, let's go to it, buddy." Oh my goodness, that is the best. But so, okay, back to the story though. Yeah. So the way I see it, Trump is saying Trump is giving them an out so that they can save face and that there's no violence out there. Is that how you see it? Because that's kind of where it goes with me.
Yeah, I mean, I see it that way, and I also see that Trump's kind of calling him out in regards to you're not going to do anything. You're going to talk a good game, but in the end, just like he did with Mexico, in the end, you're gonna open your own mouth and insert your own foot. And Iran's notorious for doing it.
Yes.
And Trump's going to win. I wasn't too keen on him with the tariffs. I did kind of call him out on the tariffs, but then again, I retracted because it worked.
Yeah.
And it's just another art of the deal by the playbook, man. I mean, he's a genius. He's a Twitter idiot. Let me put that out there right now.
I was about to say, have you seen his Twitter feed?
Yeah. But in regards to, staying 5 steps ahead of the competition all the time, he's on it, man. I guess that's why he's a billionaire and I'm not, Yeah.
Well, probably so. Well, I will give him that.
I'm robbing a bank next week, so I might be close to it. But anyhow.
No, not for long anyway. But I'll give him that. He has ran a lot of businesses, and in running those lots and lots of businesses, he has done his due diligence, and he does know how to turn a room. That is for sure. He knows how to turn a room. He knows how to win at these crazy semi-political games. That I'll give him. But man, sometimes he just needs to keep his mouth shut.
When he gets on Twitter, I'm just like, ugh.
Stop typing. Somebody take his phone. Stop typing.
Where's your PR guy? Is he not looking at this?
No,
but
because he's on the toilet.
He's got it on his cell phone. He's sitting in Air Force One going, who can I tick off today?
Yeah, that's all he's doing.
And he does it on purpose, and he knows it, and it works. I mean,
well, of course, because he does that, and then the entire news feed is all about Trump's tweet.
Right. Yep. And what do they always say? It doesn't matter if it's good or bad press. Any good or bad press is always good press.
Just make sure you get my name spelled right.
That's right.
Speaking of things that you need to spell right, Atrantil. That's Atrantil. That's pronouncing and spelling right. You need to check it out. It is the best polyphenol supplement you can get right now. It was created by a gastroenterologist, Dr. Ken Brown. Yes, ladies, he is a butt man. It's got a crazy name, but it's got great results. If you have problems with the bloatings, if you have problems with the explosions, if going to number 2 feels like a number 5, if maybe you have some issues with, like, I don't know, gluten intolerances, things like that. Maybe you just want a little bit more pep in your step. You should try to get Atrantil. It is amazing what your gut health does in affecting your body. If your gut health is bad, your health is bad. You should get Atrantil to make sure that your gut health is on point. It's anti-aging. It's a powerful derivative that you can find also in the Mediterranean diet, and it does all the things that you need to do for your stomach, for your gut health, to make it work and filter out all the problems while giving you the best out of the nutrition you have possible. Go to lovemytummy.com/mojo. That's lovemytummy.com/mojo. And if you go there today, you can get a 3-month supply for only $99. Now, these are normally $39.95 a box. So, guys, that's $20, same as downtown. Cut right off the top. Just the tip.
Nice.
Just saying. So you can get your supplies. That's a 90-day supply for only $99. Check them out today. lovemytummy.com/mojo. lovemytummy.com/mojo. So over on the Twitters, we have Peekapool, the Snarking Jackal, says, flip-flops, terrible for fighting? Not if your enemy's a spider. I agree. That is definitely true. You get one of these. There you go. Hold on.
That's true.
There you go. That's all for you. Also, the asking for a friend Jackhole is asking, when do I get to co-host? Asking for me. Arm yourselves. Arm your elves. Arm yours elves. I don't know. Asking for a friend Jackhole. When do you get to co-host? Maybe you should ask more. We'll be right back. Right after this. Okay, we're in a commercial break.
Good, fun. Man, the first half hour went fast.
It always does, and the next half hour will go even faster.
Yeah. It's kind of cool being on the other side of the house for a change.
Where you don't have to control everything.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, I'm just chilling out. I feel like I should be touching something. There's a bell when you need it.
Yeah, here you go. There you go. We are at break, which also means that anybody watching video can see us and hear us and all the rest.
Okay, all right.
So
I
there's no.
don't want to pick my nose during the break.
Yeah, they can see you, so don't do that. I mean, ixnay on the nose picking A. We got kimchi stinks to high heaven. Donna over in the face. Why are we talking about kimchi, guys? Where do we go from kimchi?
Who knows?
Matt
Kimchi,
Holloway.
boy, I got a story to tell you about kimchi too. Oh.
Matt Holloway says, if you're going number 2 and it feels like a number 5, what the F are you eating?
That's right. He's right.
You're right. But I'm just saying.
Constipation. When you get old, Matt, you'll understand.
That's a number 0, buddy. That's a 0. Because nothing comes out. Nothing comes out of constipation.
Ow, just got zapped again.
I'm telling you, this is a shocking show.
It's your electromagnetic personality.
That's it. I had Rocky Stucci all hot and bothered the other day, and I've got you
he
getting
was
shocked.
sweating on the eyebrow. Old Rocky was
Yeah,
sweating.
he was, and I don't even know why. What did I do?
Rocky was that was a good one, and that one where he held his breath, where you did your little I don't know what, I can't remember what it was off the top of my head, but he was like, when you hit one of your soundboard things, your sound bite
Oh, the
things,
To Be
and
Fair. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, and he was like,
All right,
I held my breath for the whole time.
we're coming back.
The mighty Mojo 50.
Defenders Live, Mojo 50 Radio. I have with me the Big Sarge. He is in the show tonight as my number 2. That's the Big Sarge Show, which you can find at what time on Mojo?
8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturdays.
That's right, Saturdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. He has a 2-hour roundtable discussion, or at least when I was on it, it was a 2-hour roundtable discussion. It was amazing and great fun, as well as incredibly informative. And I'm not talking about me, because I'm not that way. Anyway,
Killed it.
this is me pandering for more praise. That's all I'm doing. I'm just like, praise me. Give me love. Thank you. Over on the MeWe's, wow, we got a whole bunch of people just like kind of doing random stuff. Backyard Cows. I also do free breast screenings. Okay. That's, I didn't want to know about that, but then again, you are a cow, and udders, that is utterly unappealing to me.
We are hot on the dings tonight, man.
Oh, well, I do, we try to keep them. We try to keep it up, want to make it as good as possible.
Right.
Matt Locke is finally checked in over on the Facebook feeds. Nice to see you there, brother. We got people going on the Twitters, off and on, all over the place. It is a wonderful time. Before we get started, I want to tell you guys about some CBD oils, because why not talk about that right after talking about Atrantil? Ken Brown, who started Atrantil, is also starting the CBD oil sales by KBMD. It is an amazing product. It's a hemp extract derived CBD oil, highly potent. It's CO2 extracted, so it's amazing, very potent stuff. CBD oils are great for things like brain fog. If you have discomfort, pain in your joints, things like that, it helps with those sort of things. If you have tremors, it can help calm your nerves to the point to where you can actually use your body properly and in the best possible sense. It is a great product, wholesomely extracted, not synthetic. No turpentines, no essential oil smells or anything else. It's just derived from the plant, and you should check it out today. It's over at mojo50.com, actually. They're selling it right there at on the shop for Mojo50. Go to mojo50.com/shop. In the search bar, use CBD oil, and you'll be able to find it just like that. Use a promo code DEFENDERS, and you can get $15 off the price that you pay. So that's DEFENDERS for $15 off over at mojo50.com. Also the place where you can find all of our hosts, show hosts, radio podcasts, the schedule for everybody, pretty much everything you need. And if you sign up, you can go to the chat there and talk with us there and all the rest of it. It is an amazing site. It's more coming every day. And you should check it out. They even have a news section now. It is great. It is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And it doesn't even have to look at anybody. So it's amazing. Go check it out, mojo50.com/shop. Check out the CBD oils there and use Defenders to get $15 off your price. Speaking of things that keep on growing, authorities have seized 16 tons of cocaine from a ship docked in Philadelphia. It's one of the largest drug busts in United States history.
That's a lot of cocaine. I wonder what they did with it.
I don't know, but the street value of the bust is an estimated $1 billion.
Billions. Yeah. What was his name? Carl Sagan. Billions and billions.
Yeah, this is from the U.S. Attorney William M. McSwain. That's a great last name, McSwain.
McSwain, from the clan McSwain.
I'm from the clan McSwain. It's great. This is one of the largest drug seizures in the United States history. The amount of cocaine could kill millions of people. My office is committed to keeping our borders secure and our streets safe from the deadly narcotic.
Imagine the straw and mirror they would have to have for that.
Jeez, man. How big would that straw have to be?
That's a lot of blow.
Oh. Maybe we could put that. Maybe this is where, Brad was talking about this morning. He was talking about the, doing the treasure hunts.
Oh.
He was talking about treasure hunts. Maybe this is one of those treasure hunts. Maybe you just need to dive in and start digging.
Are we talking about storing stuff in crevices?
No, we're talking about that would be another bad thing. That's not good. Not a good thing. Don't ever store stuff in crevices. Look,
especially not cocaine.
No, a jailhouse briefcase is not where you want things to go. And those who listen to the Morning Mojo know exactly what I'm talking about. Anyway, I'm just going to let that slide. At least 2 of the crew members were arrested. A spokesperson from the EPTA told the Philadelphia Inquirer. Arrest records obtained by the Inquirer identify the crew members as who admitted to smuggling the drugs. According to the Inquirer, said that 2 other crew members were involved. The Inquirer also reported that the bust happened after a member of the Coast Guard found traces of cocaine on the arm.
I like how you do that. Arm.
It's good, right? What are you talking? I'm saying his name. It's
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's.
Is he Russian?
Yes.
Right. Oh, good. Hey, am I good or am I good?
You're good. You're good.
I try. I'll be here all night, ladies. At least for 30 more minutes.
You're good. Oh, so
hey, you're the one with the BBM.
That's true. For those who don't know, don't ask.
don't tell.
So, okay. How did this not get seen other than at the port? Like, what is going on?
Most of them were probably thinking, I probably shouldn't say this, but what the heck? It's Defenders. They were probably thinking, okay, with cocaine comes some hookers and probably a big pardon, so we're going to follow this.
Yeah, we're going to follow the blow and probably
more
get some
than
hookers.
Anything.
I mean, hookers and blow takes a whole new meaning in this place.
No, right?
I'm just saying.
Yeah, we went down that rabbit hole.
Yes, we did. We did. You know what? And that just kind of leads to the next story anyway. New York is now the 6th state to outlaw gay and trans panic defense. Have you ever heard of the panic defense? The gay panic defense?
No, but maybe Zach, my co-host, can enlighten us. Sorry, Zach.
Zach K, look at you. What's going on, Zach? He might be able to enlighten us, but I had no idea that this was even a thing.
I just got a message from my wife, not the sidebars, but I just got a message from my wife. She's watching. She's going, "You guys are hilarious."
Oh, thank you. I'm glad. It's good
Thank you.
times. That's how I'm trying. All right, I'm trying hard. It's there.
Gosh, man, you're on it tonight.
I got it, man.
I got to catch up now. I got to
well,
catch up.
first off,
now.
I had to move my coffee cup out of the way because the bell was too close. But that's fine.
You don't want to hit that
I don't want to
APR
hit
coffee.
the coffee. No, not the new premium blend. No, I don't want to hit this. I want to drink it. It's mine. I use a
So
lot.
panic defenses.
Yeah. So gay and lesbian panic defense in attacks. So the premise is apparently there are people that are attacking gay and trans and lesbian, LGBT quilt bag people. Quilt bag people are being attacked. Okay. And the defense for those people who are attacking the quilt bags is, oh, I didn't know how to react because I didn't know that they were this, and so I just punched them or I beat them or whatever else. And okay, here's you get hit on by a person who's trans. Late night at the bar, you get hit on and you're single. Okay, you can't really tell. It's bad lighting. They've got the makeup on. They've got the fake. They've got implants and all the rest. But they've still got the stuff down below.
They got
Okay.
the stuff, huh?
They haven't had the tilapia cover
Right.
placed on. They haven't
Mhm.
they haven't chopped the line. Twig and berries are still attached. So that's called catfishing.
Mhm.
Okay. And so if you get catfished, it's your own fault, first off. And you can't get upset at the person because the person they are trying to invite you to do other things with them. It's just
Exactly.
you don't know that down below is not what you're expecting.
My co-host has tried to explain to the audience that he's really not trans or gay. He's like, just let the women know out there, I'm not gay or transsexual.
No,
Okay,
Zach,
so
you're gonna have to
tell yourself.
You got that's your floating your own boat there. That's all you. Donna.
So we usually call them the LGBTQ WTF-LOL.
Yes, but I really like quilt bag. It's so much easier.
Quilt bag's really good too. I like it.
That was actually a term that they coined.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they coined it for themselves. Quilt bag.
Wow.
And they
I'm
stopped
surprised.
using it. They stopped using it, but I don't care because they coined it. I'm
That's
using
right.
it.
So it's fair game. Not
Yes.
that it wouldn't be before.
Well, everything's fair game. This is
Yeah.
the freedom of speech here. But Donna over on Facebook says, gay trans panic defense. Ron Phillips' voice. What the hell is that? Yeah, I know. I get it.
I can hear that.
I'm there with you. And yes, I'm pretty sure that's what he's saying right now while he's listening. But so apparently it's prevalent enough to where somebody said we need to write a law to make sure that people can't use that defense anymore.
I mean, how do you define what a panic defense is going to be? Imagine yourself sitting in a bar, okay?
Mhm. Yeah. Okay.
You already got the beer goggles on.
Mm-hmm.
So your beer goggles keep getting thicker and thicker by the end of the night.
Hey, you.
Yeah. So by the time you look over to your left or to your right, you're thinking you met the girl of your dreams, and next thing you know, you're holding a tree trunk in your hand. I mean, what do you do at that point?
You walk away.
That's right. You walk away. There should be no panic. Well,
Look, first off, if somebody pushes, once
people
again,
would walk away.
I have the same thought process as Brad Staggs does. You never want to force somebody to do that,
Right.
because they have teeth.
I don't know what you're trying to say, but I'm with you.
You don't want them like
Right.
you end up with a tree trunk in your hand.
Right.
If you're already there, obviously you've gotten to that point. I don't
You
know.
got to that point,
Are
or
you-
maybe
I don't
you
know
thought,
if you.
but
I don't know
something-
if you can back up
we're
from there. That's all I'm
analyzing
saying.
this.
I don't know if you can back out at that point.
I don't know. I've never been in that situation, but I sure in the hell would hate to be in that situation. That's for sure.
Kevin Hutchins over on the Facebook said, I thought it was a tilapia, but it turns out I got catfished. Oh, love you. You guys are so good.
Kevin's on it. Good job, Kevin. Killing it.
Great job. And you know what they said?
Yes, 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 yes.
Just for you.
Wow. Jerry says Quiltback sounds a lot like Brokeback.
Well, it's not back. It's bag.
Bag. Yeah.
Bag. You know, if you change the letters around, QLTBG, quilt bag.
Jerry has selective listening. He'll hear what he wants to hear.
That's fine, Jerry. That's fine, Jerry. All right? You and your selective hearing are just fine. You don't let anybody tell you that you're doing anything wrong.
Allegedly.
Just saying.
That's right. Allegedly.
Oh gosh. So the sixth state to put this into law.
Yeah, they say it can't be weaponized, but you notice the folks that were actually wanting to pass these laws or get these laws passed are gay Democrats.
Yeah. Well, so it's okay, here's all the states that passed it.
At least from New York it was.
Jersey, Minnesota, Pennsylvania,
PA,
Washington, Texas.
Wow, I'm
and
surprised.
New Mexico.
What the heck's going on down in Texas?
Oh, they've
You're
been
letting us down,
introduced. This
Texas.
is sorry, not this is stuff that's been introduced. Okay, so
Oh,
it's not
okay,
been into law. It's been introduced in these states.
Well, still, it's Texas.
Yeah, well, you have Austin, and you
Silly rabbit, you're right.
tricks are for kids, and
It's a kid.
and she's down the street, and $20 same as downtown. And by
Yeah.
the way, she's a he.
Or the other way around, you never know.
No, her name is Trix.
Tricks. Wow.
Look, don't turn on her. That's all I can say. That's all I can do. Oh, so no, I'm gonna do this first. Cat coolers are amazing, and I want to get one soon.
So do I.
I really do. I'm a cheap skate though, so it takes me a long time to buy one of these things or to buy anything that's in this way. But if you're not like me and you have a little bit of extra money to spend, and it is the summertime, maybe you should check out a cat cooler. They have variable sizes. They go from like a 24 ounce to like an 85 ounce, I think is what it is.
Huge.
It's friggin' huge. All right. They're rugged. They're not only rugged, but they have a lifetime warranty on them. They're made in the United States. They keep your ice cold for 7 days, and they're fully customizable. That means you can do whatever the heck you want with them as far as logos and designs and everything else. And it's right there for you. Plus, they come in 5 base colors, which is white, black, yellow, camouflage, and blue collar. That's the one where it's black, but a blue stripe appears on the outside when it's cold on the inside.
Clever.
Yeah. It's like which can of beer does that with the mountains? Coors. Is it
Coors, yeah.
Coors. I think it's Coors.
Piss beer, but yeah.
Yeah, it's piss poor, but that's neither here nor there. If you go to Cat Coolers today or anytime, you can check them out. Use a promo code Steven when you go there, and you get 10% off on whatever you buy. CatCoolers.com. Use 10%. Get the 10% off discount by using the promo code Steven. They're great stuff. They're amazing. They look great. And comparatively to the other high brands around, there's no comparison. They're less expensive than they are, and they come not only with better quality, but a lifetime warranty. So it doesn't matter what happens to it. You could throw it off of a 15-story building or a 200-story building. It doesn't matter. CatCoolers.com. We'll replace it. CatCoolers.com. Promo code Steven. 10% off. Check them out today. Did you know that Oregon is running off all of their Republican lawmakers?
I'm not surprised. It is the Communist Commonwealth of Oregon.
Yeah, well, the funny thing is that the GOP senators fled the Capitol.
Oh yeah, we're talking about this woman.
They just to get away from not having to vote on a climate change bill. They ran away from a climate change bill.
Can you imagine the police car chases on that? The headlines for that. runs away from climate change bill.
Uh-huh.
We got the glove does not fit.
That's true.
There's a little innuendo for you.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Yeah, that's all you're getting from that one, though. All right. So in Salem, Oregon, Governor Kate Brown has deployed the state police on Thursday, trying to round up all the Republican lawmakers who fled the Capitol in an attempt to block a vote on a landmark climate change plan that would be the second of its kind in the nation. The minority Republicans want the cap-and-trade proposal aimed at dramatically lowering the state's greenhouse gas emissions by 2050 to be sent to the voters for approval instead of instituted by lawmakers, which actually makes more sense. Of course, it'll still get passed. The Republicans just don't want their name on a no vote. Frickin' wimps. Get out of Oregon and stop being Republicans, because you're not.
Well, they figure if they pass a climate change bill, they'll probably get less rain next season.
Hard no.
You're still going to get just as much rain.
Thank you.
There's no way around it. It's Oregon. You're going to get rained on. Deal with it, okay? Democrats have an 18-12 majority in the chamber, but need 20 members for a quorum. Yeah, I'm not even going to go into I'm not even going to go into what a quorum is, because I don't know. But
they're running for the hills.
There you go. Those opposed to the cap-and-trade plan say that it would exacerbate a growing divide between the liberal urban parts of the state and the rural areas, which tend to be more conservative. The plan would increase the cost of fuel, damage small businesses, truckers, and logging industries, which is already in a free fall due to the federal environmental protections they contended.
When you said lodging, for some reason I immediately went back to the panic things on the panic defense on. I don't know why.
Panic! Oh my God!
I'm gonna have nightmares about that tonight. Thank you very much.
You're welcome for that. I just want you to know.
Stephen, he gives us a team and panic trannies and a lodge.
Yeah, tranny panic defense, which apparently is okay in 54 states now, or 54 states. Yeah, that's right, 44 states.
44, yeah, 54.
54,
we got what, the Dominican Republic.
We've got 62
if you
states.
Go there and have a drink,
Barack Obama told us we've got 58 states.
That's right. Well, if Barack Obama said it, it must be true.
It must be true. But so one of the biggest things that they have going on, and this is actually a good defense, is look, it's going to damage small business. It's going to hurt your trucking industry. It's going to hurt your logging industry. It's going to hurt all of the major industries that Oregon uses to live and to supply you Democrat moron wannabe hipsters with your with your cheap lattes, or not cheap, they're about $7 now, but with your $7 lattes and everything else. These businesses and these industries are the backs of which you're standing.
Literally.
Yeah, there's no figuratively here. You're standing on their back in this.
Mm-hmm. And that's why they're running.
Yeah, they want to run away. But once again, you can't run.
No.
You can't run from it.
Nah. You got to stand and fight.
That's all you can do. As a Republican, you running from it makes it worse for everybody.
They all need to be fired.
True. I can agree to that. But so at least it's not like the British Parliament, where you can make a vote still with the with the current memberships of the group. So like if it was a Senate vote or the Parliament vote, right? How they have it is whoever shows up for Parliament vote, those are the people that vote. If you don't show up, you don't get to vote.
Well, it's probably a good thing that we don't have that since, I don't know, most of the Democrats are asleep anyhow, or they don't show up. So, hey, it might be in our
Honestly,
best interest. You never know.
I think it should be implemented here. And here's why. There are tons and tons and tons of representatives that vote present, but they don't actually vote.
Right.
Or they decidedly leave so that they don't have to vote. It's like, oh, well, I'm out of town. Too bad.
Yep, you lost your vote.
Lost your vote. You can't say crap about this bill.
Yeah. I mean,
representatives to be in office as little as possible, but I also don't want to pay them $250,000 to do absolutely nothing. What I would rather is pay them a minimum wage and part-time.
Most of their time on vacation rather than doing their job, and then they get summer vacation and spring vacation and winter vacation and Christmas vacation. I wish I made $200,000 a year and had that much vacation time.
Well, okay, so I want employment because there's no need for these people to get paid that much money. If
Right.
it was a part-time job like it should be, and they got paid like a part-time job like they should be, they would come home every week to work their regular job and be the regular people that they're supposed to be.
Right. We put them on such a high pedestal, and everybody looks at them like they're our leaders for our country, and everything will fall apart if they're, if they're not around, and so on and so forth. And in reality, they're just a bunch of figureheads that work for, or they're supposed to work for us. And unfortunately, that's not the case.
No, it's not the case, and it's really a terrible, terrible situation that we ended up in. But it is not as bad. Not as bad as Walmart.
No.
See, Walmart has been, they like to get their hands dirty politically. And by that I mean, as far as business goes, people complain about Trump and how he's a little bit underhanded business-wise and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Let's check out Walmart. Why don't we? How about we check out some Walmarts here? Walmart,
where it's very hard to work.
where it's incredibly difficult to work.
I want to be a Walmart greeter. I'm not lying. If I ever get a job at Walmart, I want to be a greeter.
You want to be the guy that says, get your shit and get out?
I would just mess with people. Let me see your. You know how they read the little the receipts every time they go out.
Yep.
I would totally mess with people. I'd make it worth my while. If I'm getting paid $10 an hour to stand there to mess with people, I'm gonna mess with people.
Right. You're gonna do it. You're gonna do it proper because why not? But no. So you have Walmart apparently has to pay. They've now settled a lawsuit. They now have to pay $282 million. Which, by the way, isn't that much in Walmart money.
No, it's not. That's pocket change.
Yeah, to settle a bribery charge situation. You see, the Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC, on Thursday announced that the retail giant, Thursday is today, by the way, Walmart has agreed to pay $282 million to settle a bribery charge. The retailer will pay more than $144 million to the SEC and $138 million to the U.S. Department of Justice to settle similar allegations related to compliance with the Foreign Corrupt Practices Act. Foreign Corrupt Practices Act?
Sounds kinky.
I know.
Yeah. I had to get one last bell in there before the night ended.
No, you're fine. They're good. Walmart allegedly allowed subsidiaries in Brazil, China, India, and Mexico to employ third-party intermediaries who paid foreign government officials without evidence that they implemented proper compliance and training to assure that the practice met FCPA standards. The prosecutors claim bribes were made in order to hasten store openings, though things like zoning through zoning approvals and other such things. So Walmart got a third party to talk to the people, local government officials, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, to push their stores to open faster by bribing the mess out of them.
Donna says no, that's Rico. No, Donna, Rico's the Walmart greeter.
There you go.
But you can buy the Mueller report at Walmart nowadays.
Well, let me ask you this, Sarge, before we get out of here. Walmart doing this overseas, is that any different from any other big company doing that to our politicians here?
No. It's probably the same. What do we always say? Politics as usual.
Yeah, it's the same politics as usual. They're just doing it overseas. I don't see what the problem is if you have it allowed here. If it is allowed here in America for you to bribe the palms of our politicians, why not? Why is it not allowed to be able to bribe the palms of other politicians to grease the wheels in other countries? If you're gonna say it's bad there, it has to be bad here as well, right? Exactly. Okay. Got the bell counts for the day. Check them out.
Good evening, Mojo 50. I'm Leprechaun, and here with your bell count grade for the day. Today we had 4 missed innuendo bells, 28 actual bells, 5 creepy Uncle Joes, and 5 AOCs. Give us a grade of A for the day. Peace out and good night, y'all.
Quick, Sarge, where do people find you?
Over on Mojo 50 or Big Sarge Media, facebook.com/The Big Sarge Show or EOD101.com. And you can catch us live on Mojo 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Saturday.
There you go. This has been Defenders Live. Catch you tomorrow night.